Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY for another video of crafts, and I hope you're ready because let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So I have one of these signs from Dollar Tree. I got this a couple of years ago at Easter time, and not Easter, oh my goodness, Halloween. And I just loved the frame part of it. So I'm using my box cutter here to just score where the middle skeleton picture is attached to the frame part. And I'm just going to keep scoring it until I'm able to cut all the way through, and then I do that all the way around until I'm able to get that middle piece out of there. Then I took a 12-inch 12-inch wood round from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cover it with Mod Podge, brush it all in, and then I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes. I don't know, it takes about 5 minutes. I have this paper that Kathy Jo had sent me, and I'm going to decoupage it onto my sign, and I'm just going to cover it with my parchment paper to protect it, and then go over it with my heat press to reactivate that Mod Podge so that the paper sticks. Now, I love doing it this way. If you have a favorite technique for decoupaging, do whatever fits your style. I love this style because you just don't really get the bubbles or wrinkles, and it just makes it more simple for me. So then when I was done, I went ahead and I sanded off the extra paper. I did not add more Mod Podge on top. I really felt like this is strong paper. It really doesn't need it. So I'm just taking my Cricut weeding tool there to poke out the paper where the hanger holes were. And then I painted that frame with Waverly chalk paint in the color Dusk. And once it was dry, I'm going to go ahead and use my Titebond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue, and I'm going to glue this right in the middle of my sign, just like you see right there. And then I'm going to let that sit. I did use some clamps to kind of hold it down for a few minutes. And then I'm going to take some 1-inch wood letters I got from Amazon. I'm going to paint them with my Pink Cloud by Waverly. And once they were dry, I'm going to brush on some more of this is an old bottle of Titebond glue that was almost out, so I figured I'd finish it off by brushing it on the back of the letters there and putting them all where I'm laying them there. We're going back to the 90s with this project, you guys. This is what they call granny core. And I was having visions of the 90s when I was doing this. But Kathy Jo also sent me a couple of these little geese. And I thought the orange was a little too bright for what I wanted. So I'm just going over it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Maize. And I'm just brushing it all on. I did have to do about 2 coats to tone that down. And then after I have this little beak all painted, we'll hop on to the next piece here. So I just took a little pin and made a little dot there for their nose. And then I'm going to take the rest of my Titebond glue from that bottle, and I'm going to brush it along the back of my little goose here. And then I'm just going to glue it right onto the front of the sign. Then I'm going to take some ribbon. This I've had in my stash for a while, but it is from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut it down. It was too wide for what I want to do with it. So I'm just cutting a small strip of it, and then I'm going to just make a little shoestring bow with it. Nothing fancy. And then after I had that all done and cut down and trimmed off, I did use my lighter to kind of melt the end so we didn't get the raveling. And then I just glued it to the goose there. And then I'm going to use some tape on the end of my twine, thread it through, make some knots on the back, and then we have a hanger. And I think this came out so cute. It reminds me so much of some of the decor that I remember seeing back in the 90s. You'll have to let me know what you think about this one as well. See, there he goes. He's doing his thing. I know I said this before, but he doesn't. A lot of you guys think that he just sleeps all the time. He doesn't. I really think a lot of the reasons why he sits here with his eyes closed is because of the lights, because they're right in front of us, and he's probably thinking that those lights are bright. Anyways, I am so glad you guys are here. I hope you're enjoying this video. I enjoy making these videos and trying to wrap my brain around what I can do differently and what I can do new. And yeah, and get that out for you guys. I will say though, sometimes it can be a challenge because I don't know. I think sometimes I feel like we are all doing the same thing, and I really try to do things different. But yet sometimes I feel like I can get in a rut too. And I know I ask you guys all the time to give me ideas of things that you would like me to do. And I know I've said resin. I know I'm going to try resin. I just have to do it. And I don't know what stops me from not doing it, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe I've already started. I don't know. But yeah, I'm still planning on, I think right now it's just trying to figure out what I want to do with it, and making sure I have what it will take to use it. So I'll get there. Anyways, if you guys have ideas of new things that you've seen or things that have interested you, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can come up with. But we are just chugging along. We are almost out of May, almost out of tornado season, and that's always a good thing. And it's almost time for us to go into our pool, which is even better. Before we moved here, my husband always said, I'm never going to have a pool. Well, you never say never, right? Because we ended up getting a house that had a pool. Now he's already talking about, okay, we're going to be looking for a new house here in the near future because he's tired of the time that it takes for the pool, and it can be expensive. It does add up. Yeah, it adds up. So so I have to enjoy it while I can, right? Before he moves me away from this place. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are all here. If you are new, my name is Brenda, and this is my sweet, sweet Oliver, and we are glad you're here today. And if you would hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family, I'll make sure and have a lot more crafts for you. And for those of you that are returning, you guys know it. I think you're the best, and you guys are amazing. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 2. So this one's a little more country-ish, I believe. I'm going to use my Titebond glue and some of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree. I think these are about 12 inches maybe long. And I'm just going to connect them together using my Titebond glue. And I just put glue on the ends or the sides of my wood pieces and glue them together. I was going to try and clamp them, but my clamps weren't wide enough. So I let them sit for a little while. Once they were done, I'm going to paint them with Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. And once that was dry, I'm going to decoupage on it. So I'm going to add my Mod Podge there. I'm not going to let it dry. Instead, this is some tissue paper. I saw Gwen with At Home with Gigi using, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for some paper like that. So I sent her a message and said, where did you get it? So she sent me a link. It's from Amazon. And this stuff does not feel like tissue paper. It reminds me, the feel of it kind of reminds me of dryer sheets. It's really kind of almost a meshy, clothy fabric, and it's really cool. So because of that, I wasn't worried about ripping it or tearing it like you would with tissue paper or napkins, but I just was getting it all even and laid into that Mod Podge, rubbed my hands all around to make sure it was really adhering. And then I took some more Mod Podge here and just went over it, and oh my gosh, it was really easy, but I just think this is so beautiful. I just love it. Then I took 2 crates from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint them with Waverly chalk paint in the color Pink Sky. And once those were dry, I'm going to take some of these skewer sticks from from Amazon, and I'm going to mark them where I want them. I'm just going to measure them to the sides of my sign. I also measured one to the top, and then I'm going to use my miter shears to cut them down. And after I had all 3 pieces cut down, then I'm going to paint them with that Pink Sky as well. And after they are all dry, I'm going to use my Type Bond glue to glue them in place. So I'm going to glue one at the top. And then I was like, this needs to hold down for a little bit. So I took some painter's tape and I'm just going to put it along the top just to hold it in place while that glue dries. And I'm just going to put one on each end and then one in the middle. And you know what? I'm going to show you how to do that because I'm sure nobody can figure it out. So I'm going to show you 3 times. Oh my goodness. Okay. So once I was done with that, I'm going to do the other side. I guess I'm showing you how I do it all around. Anyways, I don't know what I was thinking when I was editing this. I'm going to take my crates here. I'm going to take my Type Bond glue. I'm going to go around my crate. I'm going to put a little hot glue in the middle. And then I'm going to glue it to the bottom side. Now, of course, the hot glue is for immediate hold. The Type Bond glue is for permanent hold, and I'm just going to glue that one to the top. And then you could fill this. Oh, I have these little spindles. I got these from Woodpecker Crafts a few years ago, and I decided these would be really cute on here. So I'm just using a little bit of hot glue and Type Bond glue, and I'm going to glue one on the front of each of those crates. And then I took one and I glued it on the top of the back of the sign here. And then I'm like, you could actually fill these crates with, like, if you wanted to have this in a bathroom or kitchen, you could put little things in there, spices in there, or in the bathroom, cotton balls or whatever. Or you could do what I'm doing. And I just added some styrofoam in there, and I'm going to just add some of my favorite boxwood greenery. And that's all I did for this. I love how this came out. I love that paper. I just think it is gorgeous. And I love how the little spindles look on there. I just think it's so cute. I hope you like it too. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, it is a celebration of your recreations. And Maria, these are so pretty. She made this pretty patriotic stars. I love them. Great job. And then we also have Judy. She made all these lovely fairy gardens. I love them all. They are so pretty. Great job, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing them. And then we have Rochelle. She has a channel called Mercy Tree Studio DIY, and these are some of the things that she's made over there, and I just think she did a wonderful job, so make sure you check her out. And if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can email pictures to rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can also send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, on to DIY number 3, which this is a little vintagey. So this is my chalk couture. I'm going to use these 3 pieces or chalk paste. I'm going to use the tags. And then this is May's Chalk Couture Club package that you get if you are a Club Couture member. And I'm just showing you here the transfer. But if you're not familiar with it, I am a designer. I have a link to my page in the description box, but I'm going to fuzz it because this is the first time I'm using this transfer, which is basically a stencil. And the reason why we fuzz it first is because if you don't, it will pull up any background paint that you're using it on and can pull up the paste as well. So when I was done, I laid all those tags out and then I laid my transfer on top of it, and I'm just going to go over it with each of those colors, just brushing on a little bit at a time. Normally we use a squeegee. This time I tried it with a brush. But again, if you think that this looks cool and are interested in giving it a try, they have Club Couture, which would be what you get this how you get this, and that's a monthly subscription. That's $25.99. Has gone up. I understand it's kind of a little more expensive than it has been, but it is kind of a fun way of getting to try it out to see if it's something you like. I love using Chalk Couture. It's really easy to use. But we also have members perk that's $20 a month, where that gives you 30% off anything you buy, plus you get a $20 product credit every month too. So if you're interested in any of those, you can check those out with my link that's in the description box, or you can always email me. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions for that. But once I had this all painted on like that, or pasted on, I don't know what you would say, but I'm going to remove my transfer, and I take it right away and wash that off, making sure to not wash the sticky side. I do use a little bit of water on there, but not much. Okay, then I'm going to take my bamboo sticks again, and I'm going to use my miter shears to cut the ends at angles so that I can create a frame that goes around my sign. And after I had all 4 pieces cut out, I decided to take that nominee color. It's a gold color, but it's called nominee paste, and I'm going to go over all of these because I just thought it was so pretty. And then I was going to do like a really light distressing with that green, and I got so much on there, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like that. So I just brushed it all on, and brushed on some of the dark brown espresso, and oh my goodness, I just loved how that came out. And then I took a sponge brush here, and I'm just going to go around the edge of each of these tags with that gold color. And then I'm going to take, this is I think it's a 9x12 wood piece. I got these from, they're very thin basswood, and I got them from Amazon. And I'm going to just brush on that Mod Podge and let it dry. This is another sheet of paper that Kathy Jo had sent me, and I'm just going to cut it down to fit on the front of that wood piece. And then after that, I'm just going to, of course, Mod Podge it. I just thought this looked very vintagey, old-fashioned paper, and I just loved it with everything. So I'm going to glue my wood pieces together to create a frame. And yeah, you might see some of the gold on that paper. That's because I was laying it all out to make sure this was going to work. And I got some gold on there, but we're going to cover it up. So I'm just using my Titebond glue, and I'm going to glue these all in place. And I really wasn't sure how to use these in a way that you could use them. I'm not sure exactly how. I think I like the sign, but yeah, it's a kind of an interesting way to use those tags. So then I had some of these pearls from Dollar Tree. I painted them with that gold again, and I'm going to glue them on. I don't know if you can even find these at Dollar Tree anymore. And what can you find at Dollar Tree anymore? It's just, oh, it's awful how they have just lost so much of their crafting stuff. Anyways, I'm going to take some white lace ribbon I got recently from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to paint them with the gold as well. And then I'm just going to glue them at the top because I really didn't want to see those hanger spots on the tags. And then I just used some of those little pearls again that I had painted as the hanger. And that's all I did with this. And I think it looks very vintagey. I love how it came out. I think it's very pretty. I hope you do too. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, DIY number 4. So this one is a little more country as well. I have this cross that I was going to use for Easter, and I totally forgot that I had it. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this last project, and I saw that, and I had an idea. So I removed the top from, whatever that thing is. I can't think of it. Anyways, I'm going to sand off the blessed board because I just felt like if it's raised, it might be hard to cover up with paint. But I painted the whole thing with ivory, and you know what? The whole time I thought I was using plaster, and when I was editing, I realized I was using ivory. Anyways, I'm going to decoupage some of that beautiful paper I got from Amazon onto the cross as well. So I just use my Mod Podge there. I'm laying this out. I'm rubbing it all in, making sure it's really on there. And then going to go over it again with some more Mod Podge just to seal it. And then after that, I'm going to trim off the excess with my scissors. I did have to take a razor blade to get around, to get closer to the edges. Then I have these words from Hobby Lobby. They come out at Easter time, and I painted the blessed with my, Dusty Rose, I think is the color. And I remembered I had forgiven, and I thought I'd rather use the word forgiven. So I painted that one too. And then I'm just kind of going over it a little bit with some of my ivory color. I think it was ivory. Maybe it was plaster. I don't even know anymore. I just grab what's next to me, I guess. And then I'm just going to use my Titebond glue on the back of it, and I'm going to glue that in place. And then I decided I wanted the edges of it to be that pink color as well. So I'm just going to paint all around the edge, being very careful not to get on that pretty paper. And then I'm just going to staple that tassel. That's the word, that tassel back onto the cross. And I didn't want to leave it with that. So I just took a few flowers. These are some peonies from Walmart. And then that little rose is from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to glue them on and the top to cover where I stapled in that tassel, and that's all I did with this. Super easy. I thought about putting it on a tray with some greenery or something, but I decided, you know what, simple sometimes is better, and I just love that paper, and I just think it came out beautiful. I hope you like this one as well. Okay, here is the final reveal. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was something for me because it's not normally what I do, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I will be back again on Sunday with the What Would You Make challenge, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you give me that thumbs up, comment, share, hype, and subscribe if you haven't already. And with all of that, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, well, guess what? Yeah, I know, my face is all red. I just got done walking Oliver a little bit ago. It takes me a while to cool down. But anyways, guess what? It is that time of month again. You guessed it. We got try treats. Oh my goodness. If you've watched me for a while, you know these are so much fun. And I just love watching these or getting these. And if you're new, these are a monthly subscription that sends you every month a box of goodies from different countries. So every month when I see these boxes come in, I'm excited, but yet a little worried, a little scared because, you know, those Asian treats sometimes can be a little scary. So let's open it up and see where it's from this time. So we have, let's see. And it is from, Poland. We've got, so they send you a little postcard with a picture and it gives you some information about Poland. And then they give you Explore Poland and some facts and did you know? And then they also have a recipe on the back as well. Let's see. That sounds good, but it's not diet friendly. And then they give you this card that talks about all the treats that they send you, lists what they are, and then on the back it shows, it has a place where you can list your best, worst, or favorite on your treats. And so it's a lot of fun. My grandkids just love it when they see these boxes. Although the last box they weren't as thrilled with. I don't know why. They didn't like the chips, which I love. But anyways, okay. So here we go. What do we start with? Princesa. It looks like it's got hazelnut. It's a candy. It looks like a wafer crust or wafer inside. Looks like there's a lot of candy. My grandkids will like this one, which is good because I probably shouldn't be eating it. So just little bites. It's good. It's got the, like I said, it's got the little wafer inside. It doesn't have a strong hazelnut flavor, which I'm fine with. Hazelnut is not one of my favorites. I like the real hazelnut, but not flavoring. Those are good. Grezki. Another chocolate. Looks like another wafer inside. And it's all in Polish, so I can't read it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And we'll take a little bite. That's really good too. Oh my goodness. And I can't read their, oh, they go by grams. That was really good. Okay, Ooh, what are these? Lamarcky coconut wafer balls. That's what the package looks like. Now these look good. It's a little ball here. They're creamy on the inside. Very coconutty if you like coconut. Those are very, very good. Okay. That's the next one. It's a frog. Milk chocolate with crispy cereal. Probably similar to, what are those? Oh, I can't think of the candies, what they're called, because I'm not a big fan of them, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Does this look like a frog? Yep. You can see the crispy rice. Kind of hard. Okay. Yeah, they're fine. Another one, but they really must like their chocolate with their wafers inside. Carlos V. This is by Nestle. Crunch bars. Those are the ones I was thinking of. That's what they're called, crunch bars. Crunch bars are softer than that, but they don't taste the same. That's a different. I don't know how to explain that one out. It's a little different. It's okay. Okay, this is Delfina P. Looks like it's a fancy chocolate. Yeah, there's a lot of chocolates in here. I'm gonna have to tell my husband to hide these because I'm gonna want to go back for more. Oh my goodness. Okay. This tastes like, I think it's some kind of cream with alcohol flavor. It's good though. It is good. But there's a cream inside. Can you see it? Oh, those are good. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to stay away from. Okay. Oh, sesame snacks. My husband loves sesame snacks. That's what it looks like. Aha. Aha. We got some sesame snacks here. Doesn't look like they have any chips. Oh, pretzel sticks it looks like. Okay. It tastes like sesame snacks, which they're good. I don't mind those. Okay, what's this? Some kind of fudge. It's got the cow. Croca? I don't know. Okay, let's see what it is. Yep, looks like a caramel, so they call it fudge. It's fudge. It's buttery. Kind of a buttery flavor. It's actually pretty good. I'm pretty picky about my fudge. Oh, here's another one. Cream fudge. This one's in a red. Oh! Okay. In a red package. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Make this kid proof, I think. Okay, same color. I don't know if it's going to taste the same or not. This tastes more like caramel. Which, as you can see, it's got the caramel filling. It's pretty good. I'm not a huge caramel fan. I really have to be in the mood for it. Okay. My granddaughter will probably like these. Kiki Tutti Frutti. That's what they look like. And they're chewy. They're chewy candies. She likes fruity candies. So it looks like they have strawberry, lemon, orange. I'm going to try the orange because I like orange. Maybe raspberry. The outside package shows raspberry. So let's see. They must have a raspberry in there. I like orange fruity candy and cherry. Orange and cherry. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have sugar overload. I'm not used to sugar that much anymore. I don't think that's very chewy. It's got a weird flavor. She may not like those. Okay. Salta's sticks. They look like they're pretzel sticks. And believe it or not, looks like this is the last one. Yep, little pretzel sticks. Which tastes good after all that sweet. Okay, well, that's it for this one. A lot of chocolate. Oh, I'm going to have to have my husband hide these because I'm going to want to eat them. But they were pretty good. So, again, try treats. I will have a discount code in the description box below, as well as links to their pages. If you are interested, it would be a great Father's Day gift, birthday gift, or just anytime gift, or even a treat for yourself to sign up for their monthly subscription box. If you sign up with my promo code, you'll get 15% off your first box subscription. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. You never know what you're going to get, and it's a lot of fun to taste the different treats. So make sure you check them out. And again, check out the link in the bottom. And I think we're going to finish this. So we'll see you next time.